and welcome to Entrepreneurship 101, inspiring entrepreneurs to rise, innovate, and create lasting impact. Another week, another amazing topic to empower our entrepreneurs.
Yes, Daniel, we're empowering entrepreneurs all over the world, and I am excited.
Yes, and how are you, Mr. Michael? How's your
I'm
week?
I'm doing fantastic. Excellent, productive week. How about you, sir?
Yes, I just want to plug in my new podcast, Trivia 101, available where you podcast, uh, where you listen your podcast. Available Trivia 101, people, plus my website and app. Imagine, I did already my website and app for Trivia 101. So can we do also app for Entrepreneurship 101? What do you think, Mr. Michael?
I think that is a brilliant idea,
Mm,
Daniel. That way people
yes,
can get their entrepreneurial
tips.
points and
What do you think?
tips on the go.
Yeah. Yes. I will do that. Entrepreneurship 101, the app. Oh, soon
It's coming,
available
people.
on yes, soon on Android and iOS. You know what, Mr. Michael? If I'm not doing nothing, as they said, doing nothing is the worst thing to do. So my brain is always thinking something.
That's because you are a podcast
Yes,
machine.
machine. Thank God to all these
Yes,
podcasts. We
yes.
are empowering people all over the world. So today, let's talk about leadership starts with self becoming a strong founder. Mm,
Yes,
what
I
is
like this
that?
topic. I like this topic.
Yes. Hmm. So what do you think? What is strong founder?
A strong founder, Daniel, realizes that an organization, in many ways, is only going to go as far as its leader. It's
Hmm.
hard for an organization to outgrow the one who is leading it. So it's so important, right, that we invest in ourselves, our leadership abilities, because that's going to permeate all throughout the business. It inspires others, it encourages others, and it fosters growth.
Yes, it fosters growth, people. We need growth.
That's right.
And we don't like it stagnant. We need something that we need to elevate scale every time, now and then. So why must leaders begin internally? Mr. Michael.
What shows up on the outside is often a direct reflection of what's going on with us inside. So when we're in a good space mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, right, it's going to exude out to others. That's why it's so important, the work that you're doing here, Daniel, with the podcast, because what it's doing is giving people tools, it's giving them strategies, it's giving them insight into success. That's the investments that we make into ourselves. Before a business makes investments, before a business goes to scale and really wants to launch out into the deep, I think it's so important that the leader, the entrepreneur, make sure that they've invested in themselves as much as they're going to invest in the business. I heard this quote that I really like, Daniel, that says,
Mhm.
we should work on ourselves more than we work on anything else. If we'll work on
Yes.
ourself, our mental, physical, emotional, spiritual health, then that's going to translate. That's going to carry over into our other endeavors and how we connect with other people, whether it's in our family life, our business life, our community life. Right? We're going to go into all those places. So we got to make sure that we're good. You know, it's hard to serve from an empty well. So make sure, listeners, you're investing in yourself.
Hmm. Invest yourself. So make sure that your cup is full before you share to other.
That's right. That's right,
And
Daniel.
leaders, I think, Mr. Michael, leadership begins also internally, let's say, culturally mirrors conduct,
Mm,
right?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
a leader's habits, ethics, and priorities quietly set the norms of an organization.
That's right. It really ties into our ability to be able to inspire others and inspire change. So when we build into ourselves the right practices, the right disciplines, the right habits, then it's going to come across as more authentic when we try to communicate that to others within a company, within a business, within an organization.
Hmm. So, why is integrity essential in entrepreneurship, Mr. Michael?
Integrity, Daniel, is one of the greatest keys to success because integrity, right, is about authenticity.
Hmm.
Integrity is about honor and character and responsibility. That sounds good for an individual, but that sounds good for a business, right? It's the greatest currency we have in many ways. So think about that as you're building a business. It's great to have all the products you need, to have all the plans you need, to have all the people set up in order to thrive and to succeed. But your greatest currency is going to be our personal integrity. If we give our word, doing our very best to honor it, to show up, to be on time, to deliver good service, that's at the heart of integrity. And that's what should be at the heart of any thriving business.
Hmm. Thriving business. And I think integrity is the foundation of trust, right?
Yes,
If the trust is the currency upon which is sustainable business are built, for sure success will rise,
that's right.
which
Well
is
said, Daniel. Well said.
mm, which is entrepreneurs must have integrity.
That's right. And it's hard to thrive and succeed if we don't trust the leader.
Hmm.
When people know that the leader is a person of character, is a person of integrity, that they won't waffle when adversity comes, but they'll stand strong. That inspires people, that motivates people, and that makes others around us want to step up for that business, step up for that organization as well.
Hmm. So why does emotional control affect leadership? Why so
Emotional
sometimes
control,
there?
us managing our
Yes,
emotions.
emotional control.
Oh, I see. At the heart of any leader, right, has to deal with certain characteristics. So when you talk about emotional control, I think about emotional intelligence, Daniel. You know,
Mm-hmm.
uh, emotional intelligence deals with we hear about IQ, right? How smart someone is. Emotional
Mm-hmm.
intelligence is our ability to manage our emotions, to understand the importance, right, of being able to stay calm under pressure, the ability to realize that there needs to be a steady, calm hand at the helm. And when customers, when clients realize that the leader, the entrepreneur, the CEO, the executive has good management of their own emotions, they're going to be able to trust them more to have good management over the company, right? If we're out of control, if we're not handling ourselves well, if we're not treating people with love and kindness and respect, then people might not come back. I don't know about you, Daniel. I believe you're in right. You've been in the food industry for quite a while. You could be a
Mm-hmm.
great chef. You can make a great meal, but if the customer service is bad, oftentimes people won't come back. And that
Yes.
deals with our ability, right, to understand our emotions, to manage our emotions, and to treat others with kindness and respect. You know, in the days we're living in now, with so much going on in the world, uh, a little more love and kindness and respect can go a long way. And it
Kindness
doesn't
is
cost
yes.
us anything, right, to put a
Mm-hmm.
smile on our face and encourage somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Because kindness is getting lesser and lesser.
Mm,
We need more kindness, people. Kindness. Spread the world kindness.
that's right.
The attitude of being good and being kind to other people, it's priceless.
That's right.
And yeah, emotional control directly affects also leadership's effectiveness because it determines how leader responds under pressure, uncertainty, and conflict.
That's right.
Right? If you can control your emotion, for sure you will succeed.
And in order to
And
control our emotions, to manage our emotions, it's important to be understanding and aware of our strengths and our areas of growth. It's
mhm,
hard to solve a problem we're not aware of. So, great individuals, great leaders, great entrepreneurs have a high degree of self awareness. And
yes.
that's a muscle that can be flexed. It's something we can learn to do, to self assess, right? It's one thing for the CEO or the executive to evaluate everybody else, but will they evaluate themselves? Do they ask for feedback from others? That takes a certain amount of humility, right? To say, what do I need to work on? Because that leader who's willing to work on themselves is in a much better position to ask the same of others. I've heard it put this way:
Mhm,
it's better to see a sermon than hear a sermon. It's one thing to get up and lecture what other people should do. It's another thing to model it, to embody it. And that's all about personal growth. People who show up and listen to podcasts like this, Daniel, with all the podcasts you put out there, right? These are people who are seeking nuggets, who are seeking to get better. And we believe, right, that work is going to
mhm.
produce a tremendous harvest. Yes,
Definitely a tremendous harvest because our aim is to empower people all over the
all
world.
over the world.
Yes, through entrepreneurship.
That's
And
right.
they said that having emotional quotient is higher than IQ is more successful. They are more successful than having those intelligent quotient, according to the scientists. Because they did an experiment that 10 years ago they separate those childrens and they put chocolates on the table, and
Yeah,
those 10 children told them that don't take the chocolate. Yes. And
yeah,
then they left those children, those people, or those children pick up the chocolates. Those are people, those children that having, let's say, don't have emotional IQ,
yeah.
right? But those children that do not pick the chocolate, for sure they have a good emotional quotient.
Oh, Daniel,
So
you touch on
yeah.
something very important here.
Hmm.
Very. So you do your research, Daniel. This is good.
Yes.
It's called the
Uh,
marshmallow test.
yeah, the marshmallow,
Yeah,
the
and the
chocolate.
marshmallow test. Yeah, marshmallow, chocolate, cookie, you name it, right?
Yes.
All of
Hmm.
them work. And in that study, they monitored, right, the children who were able to delay gratification
True.
tended to have higher success metrics in life moving forward. There's something right about the principle of self-control, discipline, giving up short-term pleasure for long-term success. Somebody who's listening, I hope you heard that today. Maybe there's people
Hmm.
around you who are thinking short term. What's a quick fix? What's a get rich quick scheme?
True.
Versus the idea of, how can I have something that's meaningful, something that's significant, something that's lasting, something that lines up with my purpose? The example that Daniel used in the marshmallow test, right, is good evidence that if we'll stay the course, not just focus on short term gain, but think about how we're going to make an impact that's lasting. Success is attached to that. So keep working, keep grinding, keep believing, not just in a quick fix, but what's going to be meaningful, what's going to be lasting. What's a goal or a vision or a dream that you have that might outlive or outlast you? Something
Hmm.
powerful to think about. Yeah,
Yeah, success is something you need to earn, people, and not just like a quick fix. I'm successful. in 1 minute. It takes time.
It takes time. That's right.
Yes, just like podcasting, people, it takes time. Just like planting a tree.
That's right.
Once they bear fruit, voila, that will be
Yeah,
your aha moment.
that's right.
So, Mr. Michael, how can founders build self trust? This is
Mm,
important. Self
that's right.
trust.
Self trust. Yeah. I think adversity helps with that. Monitoring how well we handle adversity. You know, sunny days, everybody loves them, as one of the R&B group New Edition said in one of their songs, right? Can you stand the
Mm-hmm.
rain, right? When it's
Mm-hmm.
sunny and everything is going our way, when all the lights are green, right?
Yes.
We don't it doesn't challenge us necessarily, right? To build trust. But when we face adversity and we overcome it, when we partner with people who can mentor us, who can teach us, and we humble ourselves to be a student, then we can start to trust ourselves that, you know, I'm building stamina through the adversity. I'm building courage through the adversity. I'm building grit, intestinal fortitude through the adversity. Uh, and we're going to get into this a little bit more, right, Daniel, in our podcast, you know, about sports 101. But for
Mm-hmm.
our people who are working out, right, who
Yes.
are healthy and running and are trying to better themselves physically, sometimes we have to push ourselves to one more rep, one more mile, right? One more
Yes.
stretch to push ourselves. That lets us know, right? I'm building trust in myself. If somebody can run a marathon, they're going to have supreme confidence when it's time for them to go work out and run because they've already tested themselves. They know they can run a marathon. They got they've got proof that they can succeed. So I think that's going to be important for us moving forward. Self trust is going to be the ability to overcome adversity. And when we overcome it, remind yourself you didn't give up. And that same reminder is going to help you thrive.
Mm-hmm. Thrive, people. We need to thrive because this self trust will be consistent alignment between your intention, decision, and action. Self trust develops when leaders make deliberate commitment to themselves.
That's right. There's nothing, Daniel, right? Like making a promise to ourselves and keeping it. One of the
Hmm.
greatest principles in life. Make good promises to ourselves and keep it. When somebody says, I promise myself I'm going back to school, I promise myself I'm going to start working out, I'm promising myself I'm going to take better care of my emotional, my mental health, and we keep it, that's showing that that currency of trust is valid, that we can make promises to ourselves and keep it.
Yes, self trust. I keep my promise that I will help less fortunate children all over the world through my foundation. And thank God helping me for doing that.
That's right.
It's priceless if you
That's
help
right.
this future generation.
That's
Our
right,
future,
Daniel.
yes, our future generations to come. Let's help them, people.
And I encourage everybody who's listening, go check out the foundation. You want to help children around the world, connect with Daniel's
Yes.
foundation. I'm telling you, he's doing great work around the world. And Daniel, I believe God honors that. When we are
Mm,
serving others, he shows up and does things for us that we can't do for ourselves.
definitely. For sure. And why does accountability start at the top? Mm,
Yeah, it's
why? Why?
accountability starts at the top because accountability is holds us together. Accountability shines the spotlight on the truth. I love the spiritual teaching that says, and you shall know the truth, and the truth
Mm-hmm.
shall set you free.
You
The
free.
truth won't set us free until we first know it. And in knowing it, that's going to hold us accountable. It can help hold us accountable. So it's hard to expect others to do what we won't do. It's hard to expect others to go where we won't go. If the CEO or the executive won't pick a piece of paper up off the trash, pick a piece of trash up off the floor, right? Then others might look around and say, well, if he or she's not doing it, why should I do it? But when they see that executive, when they see the leader willing to roll their sleeves up, right, and get in there and do the work, it goes a long way. And this is not uncommon, I would imagine, to many of our listeners, right? Many of our listeners who are successful, oftentimes they had to start alone anyway, right? If they didn't
Mm-hmm.
do it, many times it wouldn't get done. So I would imagine I'm preaching to the choir here, right? Not it's one thing to have the red carpet rolled out for us. That's another thing to have to lay the carpet down, take the measurements, and make sure that we're a part of the solution, not just a part of complaining. And that's accountability. People
Mm.
people gravitate to that, Daniel. The leader, the CEO, the executive, the manager, setting the tone, showing that they're willing to get down in the trenches as well. Man, people often respect that and are willing to go to bat for that leader.
Hmm. Yes, definitely. Because leadership behavior establishes the standard by which an organization operates.
That's
That's
right.
called accountability.
I like that. Accountability
Mm-hmm.
establishes the standard.
Mm-hmm. Standard that for sure the employee will follow. If
That's
you
right.
will do it too.
That's right. That's right.
And how can founders lead under pressure, Mr. Michael?
Founders often lead under pressure because pressure helped them get to that position in the first place, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
the greater the adversity, the greater the challenge, oftentimes the greater the character, the depth of knowledge is built. So it goes back to establishing that standard. So we ought to raise the bar on the standards and say, maybe I'm not there yet, but I'm striving to get there. And it's going to promote growth. It's going to promote courage. It's going to promote the ability to take smart risks and bet on ourselves. Yeah.
I like that. Smart move, which is we need that
That's
because
right.
sometimes we are in a hurry to do a decision. Founders lead under pressure by anchoring themselves in clarity, discipline, and let's say emotional regulation rather than urgency or
I like
fear.
that word anchor, Daniel. And it's
Hmm.
so important in life, right, to know what our anchors are. When the winds of life blow, when the storms in life come, personally, professionally, towards the business, what are the anchors that hold? Family, faith, right? Trust,
Mm.
integrity.
Mm.
Stock prices
Yes.
may go up or down.
Hmm.
Income levels may go up or down. Our very health can go up or down, right? Because we can't control all those things. So, what are those anchors that hold us? And I encourage our listeners, think about what your anchors are: family, faith, self care, self development. What are those things that you're going to come back to, regardless to what's going on externally? We're taking care of business internally.
Mr. Michael, to wrap up our discussion for today, what daily actions strengthen leadership presence?
One is goal setting.
Mm.
It's hard
Yes.
to reach a goal that's not been set. Goal that's not been set rarely goes met. So set goals that are noteworthy, that are aspirational, that are going to empower yourself and others. Then build in place the practices. That's the accountability, the discipline to say, I'm going to hold myself accountable, right? To put in place plans and strategies and to continue to work on ourself more than we work on external things. Because if we'll work on ourselves internally, we're going to be in a much better position to set goals, make promises to ourselves, and keep them, and display the courage and character that is worthy of a leader, that's worthy of an entrepreneur, that's worthy of a person, that's a growth in progress. And I'll close on that. Daniel, I believe personal growth has no finish line. Every day is an opportunity to learn more about ourselves and others, to encourage ourselves, encourage others, and to take our business to the next level.
To the next level indeed. Yes, people leadership presence is strengthened by discipline, self-management, maintaining emotional control, managing energy through the rest and routine, and reflecting daily on decisions and outcome all contribute to a grounded leadership posture. Mr. Michael, would you like to plug in something?
Yes, keep an eye out on all the podcasts related to Mr. Daniel Lucas, his foundation, and Sports 101. We're going to make a lot of listeners happy with the content we're going to provide.
It's a beginning, people. Sports 101 coming after this, our first episode. I hope you will support us. Just like Entrepreneurship 101, what we have 1 million visitors on the website itself. So thank you so much.
Awesome, tremendous blessing. Thanks to all the listeners. Tell more people about it. Spread the news. Let's empower a generation.
Yes. So, Mr. Michael, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Daniel. God bless. Peace and adios.
Modicon people, see you soon.